Now, minor conflicts can ensue. Usually, as an example, animals can wander into the fields, eat and destroy crops. And there is a conflict between the herder and the peasant. Almost always, third parties intervene and the compensation is decided upon, and both sides are okay with each other after that, and they go on their way.
Third parties, can you give an example? These are elders, or what do you mean?
Yes, usually the elders of both sides.
Yes.
Usually with the passage of time they have developed a tradition of conflict,
Yeah.
of resolving conflicts like that.
Mm.
So it really doesn't take a lot of time. They know what to do, where to sit, what to say, and usually how to quantify the loss and how the compensation is paid in money or in sheep or animal or whatever. So they develop what we call the traditional conflict management and conflict resolution mechanisms, which work almost all the time when the conflicts are rather minor and conflicts that they experienced before and know how to resolve. And the mechanism are become traditions. That's why we speak about traditional conflict management. But the area can be hit by a severe drought, as it happened in Darfur, Horn of Africa, the Sahel drought of 1967, which started in 1967 and continued for quite a long time. The droughts of 1972-74, the severe drought of 1982-84, and the pastoralists are in dire straits. There is no pasture, or very little pasture that can sustain their animals. And where do they go? They go to the areas where there is still people are thriving and producing, and where there is water, shelter, shade, and they go there hoping to salvage what they can salvage, and so that they can endure this hardship and start again. And there are two possibilities, of course, here. That the peasants accept that the herders, pastoralists are fighting for survival, and they start sharing with them some of the resources. Temporary sharing, asymmetrical sharing, of course, not 50-50, but 10-20%, and perhaps with compensation in the future when things start to go well again. But the other alternative is, of course, the other possible scenario is that the peasants refuse entrance to the pastoralists. And then here major third parties intervention is important. Usually the government, local government or central government, that they, with their authority and their guarantee, can in fact realize this cooperation and enforce it, and ensure the peasants that they will be compensated, if not by the pastoralist, then by the government itself. And so cool down the situation and very reluctant peaceful cooperation exists for a time.